Will you get restricted if you flip? This is one of the most asked questions, and I'm going to answer it for you right now. So you don't know what flipping is. Generally, Robinhood or other platforms have this thing is, hey, if you sell your IPO shares that you got from pre-IPO before 30 days, you will get restricted from doing any other IPOs. And people are worried about this because Klarna is first. So if they flip on Klarna and get restricted, the answer is if you get restricted on Klarna, they most likely will not fill your shares on the other 3 IPOs if you get restricted on Klarna. That's the main concern here. So what's the best way to try not to get restricted? Well, I have been telling people to, hey, sell everything but one share, but there is no confirmation that this works currently. This is just something you can do. If you are going to sell everything, just try to protect yourself. This isn't confirmed to work or not to work. We don't have any details about how Robinhood detects this. All we know is that you might get a restriction notice if you do sell, and they haven't been running out restrictions so far, which is good for us. But we do not know if they do start running restrictions. It probably would be this week. But here's what I would do in different scenarios. So for Klarna, if we get allocated one or basically no shares, then for me, even if it's a few shares and I make a good profit, I don't know if I would be selling any of my Klarna shares if I get barely any. Because at that point, I don't want to risk getting restricted on the very first one. Because I know even I'm still gonna make money if I hold for a little longer. Because maybe I'll hold for 2 days at Klarna just because I want to get at least chances to get in the other one if I don't get a lot of shares. But there's a point where if I get a ton of shares, I'm like, hey, I need to sell this thing, I'll sell everything but one and risk the restriction. And if I do get restricted, I'll just put more into my limit order strategy, which is more risky. For this, honestly, it is definitely better to have multiple brokerages, which I don't have, which I need to do. Robinhood number one. Two is definitely Webull. For that, they actually offer a wide variety of IPOs more than Robinhood. Robinhood is just the most popular. That's what I've been using. My limit orders use Charles Schwab, but yeah, you can use multiple platforms. Before, people are using multiple platforms to say, hey, let's get filled on more shares, but that's not true. That's a myth because every platform is going to allocate you. Like if you get one share in Figma here, you're most likely to get one share in Figma here. It's lottery, but you're still gonna all the allocations the same throughout the platforms most likely. Like I said, the best way to if you have different brokerages, if you get restricted on one, then the other one you probably won't get restricted. So, but the best thing to do is if I had 2 platforms. On Robinhood, I would request a bunch of Klarna shares, and on Webull, I wouldn't request any Klarna shares. That's because if I get restricted on Robinhood, I wouldn't even have any Klarna shares to sell on Webull, and I guess do the other ones. But to answer your question, does Robinhood restrict you if you flip? The answer is yes, but it has not been a harsh punishment yet. We will see